Men have been lied to for generations. You've been told to pour your heart out, chase her relentlessly, and prove your worth to win her over. But let me break the truth to you. This approach rarely works. When you chase too hard, you're not showing her your value. Instead, you're telling her she's the prize while you're just a backup option. Women, whether they admit it or not, are drawn to mystery, challenge, and confidence, not desperate devotion. So, why not flip the script? Here's the harsh reality. The more you pursue her, the less she values your attention. It's human nature. We don't treasure what's easily handed to us. We value what we have to work for. When you chase, you're giving her all the power in the dynamic. But when you step back and play the game strategically, she'll start questioning what she's missing. That's when the tables turn. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding psychology and knowing how attraction truly works. Women are hardwired to chase what they perceive as valuable. And when you shift your focus from chasing to becoming that value, something magical happens. She starts chasing you. Think about this. If you're always available, always texting first, always rearranging your life for her, you become predictable. And predictability kills attraction. Women thrive on emotional stimulation. The moment you stop being an open book and start focusing on yourself, she becomes curious. She starts wondering why you're no longer bending over backward for her. And guess what? That curiosity plants a seed of desire. But here's the kicker. Most men won't do this. Why? Because stepping back feels risky. You're afraid she'll move on, that she won't care, or that she'll find someone else. Let me tell you something. If she moves on when you stop chasing, she was never interested enough in the first place. The right woman will notice your shift and feel the pull to work for your attention. This is your chance to change the dynamic, redefine your value, and let her see the kind of man she should want. By using simple psychological tricks, ones rooted in understanding human behavior, you can create an irresistible aura. Let's dive into the steps that will transform the way she sees you and, ultimately, how she chases you. 1. Stop over-communicating. Silence speaks louder. One of the biggest mistakes men make when trying to attract a woman is over-communicating. Constant texting, frequent calls, and always being available might feel like the right way to show interest, but it often backfires. Why? Because over-communication erases intrigue and leaves nothing for her to miss or wonder about. It's like overwatering a plant. It doesn't make it grow faster, it drowns it. When you stop over-communicating, you create space for her to think about you. A woman's mind is naturally curious, and if she doesn't hear from you as often, she starts to wonder what you're up to. This curiosity triggers an emotional response, often leading her to chase you to fill that void. For instance, imagine you used to text her good morning every single day. If you suddenly stop doing that, she might initially feel confused or even annoyed. But as the day goes on, she starts to miss that interaction. She'll check her phone, maybe even scroll through your past messages, wondering why you stopped. That slight shift in behavior stirs emotions, and now she's thinking about you more than ever. This approach doesn't mean ignoring her completely or playing childish games. It's about pacing your interactions and showing that you have your own life and priorities. When you're not constantly available, you send a powerful signal that your time is valuable. And when a woman feels she has to earn your time, she respects and values you more. A great way to implement this is by balancing communication. Don't rush to reply to every message within seconds. Let her experience what it feels like to wait. If she texts you, take some time to respond. Use that time to focus on your work, hobbies, or even just relaxing. The point is to show her, through your actions, that you're not sitting by your phone waiting for her message. When you stop over-communicating, you allow her to realize the quality of your presence instead of being overwhelmed by its quantity. Silence, when used wisely, can be a tool that enhances your connection and makes her appreciate you more. It's not about manipulation, it's about balance. Let her feel your absence enough to crave your presence. 2. Show her you're unbothered by her absence. One of the most attractive qualities a man can possess is emotional independence. Women are naturally drawn to men who seem unshaken, confident, and unbothered. If she senses that her presence or absence dictates your mood or behavior, she gains the upper hand. But when you show her that her absence doesn't faze you, it's a game changer. When you're unbothered, it communicates one powerful message. You're not desperate. Desperation is a major turnoff for most women because it feels like neediness. Women are drawn to men who exude strength and composure, even when things aren't going their way. If you act unaffected when she pulls back, it flips the script entirely. She starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing me like other guys do? For many men, this is difficult because it feels counterintuitive. You're interested in her, so naturally you want to show her, right? The problem is that too much reassurance can come across as clinginess. By stepping back and focusing on yourself, you create a sense of mystery and value. She begins to feel that her absence isn't as impactful as she expected, and that realization triggers her to chase you to regain your attention. For example, think about how often people panic when someone doesn't reply to a text. If you're the type to double text, apologize for delays, or constantly check in, you send the message that you're overly invested. Instead, if she stops responding or seems distant, match her energy. Stay cool. Continue living your life as if nothing has changed. This doesn't mean playing games or pretending you don't care. It's about genuinely having your own life that isn't dependent on her. Go out with friends, hit the gym, learn something new, or focus on a project you've been putting off. When she sees that her absence hasn't thrown you off balance, it intrigues her. She'll start questioning her own actions, wondering if she made a mistake by pulling away. Women want to feel desired, but they don't want to feel like they control you. When you remain composed and unaffected, you show her that your world doesn't revolve around her. And ironically, that independence makes her want to be part of your world. 3. Be a mystery she can't solve. Mystery is one of the most underrated psychological tools when it comes to attraction. People are naturally drawn to what they can't fully understand, and this is especially true in relationships. If you want a woman to chase you, you have to stop giving away everything about yourself too soon. The more predictable you are, the less exciting you become. Think about it. When someone is an open book, there's nothing left to discover. While honesty and openness are important, there's a difference between being transparent and being overly accessible. If she feels like she already knows your every move, every thought, and every feeling, she won't feel the need to invest more energy in figuring you out. Instead, let her wonder. Be intentional about not revealing every detail of your life. You don't have to broadcast everything you do or explain every decision you make. If you go out, you don't always need to tell her where or with whom. If you're working on something exciting, let her see the results without always sharing the process. It's not about being secretive, it's about being intriguing. Women find excitement in a challenge. When she doesn't have you completely figured out, she'll start to think about you more. She'll replay conversations, analyze your actions, and try to uncover what makes you tick. This is where the chase begins. The more she feels the need to work for your attention, the more invested she becomes in you. However, this isn't just about playing hard to get. It's about living in a way that naturally creates intrigue. Pursue your goals, hobbies, and passions with full commitment. Build a life that is so fulfilling and dynamic that she's inspired to learn more about it. When you're focused on growth and success, it creates a natural air of mystery because your priorities aren't centered around her. Being a mystery also means mastering the art of subtlety. Instead of oversharing your feelings, let your actions do the talking. Instead of always initiating conversations, give her space to come to you. When she has to put in effort to get to know you, it shifts the dynamic in your favor. Mystery isn't manipulation. It's about maintaining your individuality and letting her see you as someone worth discovering. And when she feels like there's more to you than meets the eye, she won't just be interested, she'll be hooked. 4. Stop trying too hard. It's working against you. Here's the harsh truth, men. A lot of you are sabotaging your chances without even realizing it. You think that by constantly calling, texting, complimenting, and bending over backward, you're showing her how much you care. But in reality, you're coming off as desperate. And desperation is the fastest way to push her away. Women don't chase desperation. They chase value. If she senses that your world revolves around her, she'll start to wonder why. Why aren't you focused on your own goals? Why are you always available at the drop of a hat? Why are you putting her on such a high pedestal? These are questions that work against you, not in your favor. Here's the thing. People naturally value what's not easily attainable. It's human psychology. The more effort she has to put into earning your attention, the more valuable you become in her eyes. But when you're constantly giving her all your time, energy, and focus, you remove any sense of challenge. You become predictable, and unfortunately, predictability can kill attraction. Men, it's time to wake up. Stop giving away your power. Stop over-explaining your actions. Stop chasing her when she's not showing the same level of interest. Your effort should be matched, not one-sided. Think about it. When was the last time you truly focused on yourself? When was the last time you put your goals, your health, or your happiness above everything else? If you can't remember, then you found the problem. Women are drawn to men who have a life of their own, men who are confident, independent, and capable of standing strong without needing constant validation. Here's some advice. Start saying no more often. Stop agreeing to things just because you're afraid of losing her. Stop giving her all your attention just because you want her to notice you. When you step back and focus on yourself, something magical happens. You reclaim your power. And when you're in your power, she'll start noticing you differently. If you keep trying too hard, you'll keep losing ground. So stop doing the most. Let her feel the distance, let her wonder what you're up to, and let her realize what she's missing. Only then will she start to value your presence, and only then will she be motivated to chase you. 5. Maintain mystery. Don't reveal too much too soon. One of the biggest mistakes men make when trying to attract a woman is laying all their cards on the table too soon. You want her to know your dreams, your fears, your favorite meals, and every detail about your life, all at once. While honesty and openness are essential in a relationship, there's an art to timing. Giving too much too soon kills curiosity and leaves nothing for her to discover about you. And without curiosity, there's no chase. Think about it. When you watch a thrilling movie or read a gripping novel, what keeps you engaged? It's the suspense, the unanswered questions, the little pieces of the story revealed over time. Now apply this to your interactions with women. If she already knows everything about you after a few conversations, what's left to explore? Women are naturally curious. They love to dig deeper into someone they're interested in, uncovering layers one by one. When you maintain a sense of mystery, you give her a reason to keep coming back for more. Here's how it works. Don't overshare every detail about your day or your life. Instead, let her ask questions. If she's interested in you, she'll want to know more. And when she does ask, give her enough to keep her intrigued, but not so much that the mystery is gone. For example, if she asks about your weekend, don't list every single activity. Instead, say something like, "I had a great time doing something I've been meaning to do for a while." That kind of response sparks curiosity, making her want to know more. At the same time, be careful not to come off as evasive or disinterested. Maintaining mystery isn't about playing games or withholding vital information. It's about pacing the flow of connection. The goal is to let her enjoy the process of getting to know you without feeling like she's reading a completed storybook. This also means you should keep parts of your life separate from her initially. Your hobbies, your goals, your passions, those are your personal treasures. When you're focused on them, you're creating a life that's attractive all on its own. She'll notice your self-sufficiency and wonder how she can fit into your world. Remember, mystery doesn't mean being cold or distant. It's about letting her discover the best parts of you over time. Give her a reason to chase, not a reason to walk away because she's already figured you out. Keep her guessing and keep her interested. Here's the truth most men won't admit. A woman isn't drawn to you just because of who you are. She's drawn to the mystery of who she thinks you could be. That's why she starts chasing when you step back and let her curiosity take over. When you reveal too much, too soon, or try too hard, you strip away the very thing that makes her intrigued by you. It's not manipulation, it's human psychology. But here's the controversial part. If you're not someone worth chasing, someone with purpose, boundaries, and a sense of self, you won't keep her interest for long. A woman might chase, but only for so long before realizing there's no substance to hold her there. So ask yourself, are you creating a life that makes her want to be part of it? Or are you just hoping she fills the void you're too afraid to address? Now I want to hear from you. What's your experience with stepping back and letting her chase? Did it work or did it backfire? Share your thoughts in the comments and I'll personally connect with you. Let's have a real conversation. No fluff, no filters. This is how we grow together,